Hey guys, how's it going? I am the Cosmic Reviews for my first major review in 2021, and I cannot wait to review this. If you don't know me, which I have never openly admitted this on any stream or video, but I am a huge Hitman fan. I've been playing Hitman since I was a wee lad. I started with Codename 47, which was the very first game. And I played every single Hitman game after that, with Silent Assassin, Contracts, Blood Money, Absolution, Hitman 2016, Hitman 2, and now Hitman 3. Man, where do I start? I guess I can start with the pro-consumer moves that IO Interactive pulled. So, if I know a lot of people probably own these games, but if you own Hitman 1 and 2 on either PlayStation, Xbox, or hell, even PC, you will automatically get the Hitman 1 and 2 levels right on Hitman 3. You will just have to install the packs. That is a very pro-consumer move, as these are not just copy and paste levels. They actually added in the Hitman 3 lighting engine, AI engine, and the updated visuals. That is such a good thing. They did not have to do it, but they did. And this is not the first time they've done it. If you owned Hitman 2, if you played Hitman 2 when it came out, and if you own Hitman 1, you got the Hitman 1 levels right in Hitman 2. So this is not the first time they've done it. But the fact that they're including both Hitman 1 and 2 and Hitman 3 makes this even a better value if you own Hitman 1 and 2. All in total, this will give you 21 maps. And if you don't believe me, I'll show you right here. As you saw there, 21 levels. And not only that, you can play the Hitman 1 and 2 campaigns. It's not just destinations you can go to. It's the full-fledged campaigns you can play it through. Now, there is a caveat to this. If you don't own Hitman 1 and 2, the packs are $39.99. However, I would recommend going to your nearest GameStop or going to Amazon and buying Hitman 1 and 2 on disc and just installing the game, selling the game, and just getting the DLC packs off of there. It's the best way to do it, and you won't spend that much. So, to me, that would be the best way to do it, and I would highly recommend you do that, because playing Hitman 1 and 2 levels on Hitman 3's new mechanics with the new graphics, the new lighting, and the new AI was a totally awesome experience. And not to mention, they implemented the new camera mechanic from Hitman 3 in the Hitman 1 and 2 levels, which is amazing. That's cool. And it shows that they really care about the fan base to do that. Now, how was Hitman 3? Well, it's fucking phenomenal. I actually been loving the new trilogy. The Hitman 2016, Hitman 2, and now with the conclusion, Hitman 3. The story in Hitman 3 is dark. It's violent. It takes so many twists and turns. It's a very intriguing story. And it keeps you interested through and through, especially if you played Hitman 1 and 2 like I have. It's just such a great story. And I never thought I'd say this, but this is probably the best story in any Hitman game. And I do mean that. Not to mention, I do believe this game comes with probably the most just gorgeous location in any Hitman franchise. Dubai. And I want to show you guys how beautiful Dubai looks in Hitman 3. Take a look.
47, use your camera and scan the lock, will you? I think I can override the Windows controls from here.
I'm in position.
47, the inauguration is taking place close by. Once you've infiltrated it, get your bearings. I'm sure there must be floor plans somewhere.
Understood.
We need absolute focus on this one. If Ingram and Stuyvesant are alerted to our presence, we may lose them for good. We are so close, 47.
Don't worry. They're not going anywhere.
On behalf of His Royal Highness Omar Al-Ghazali, I bid you welcome to the center.
Welcome. Hello. Good to see you. How lovely to see so many friendly and familiar faces here today. And this has been a dream of mine for a great many years. And as all of you know, I am from one of the less privileged sides.
It's so gorgeous. It looks so good. And, you know, the graphics, they're just stunning in this game. The game somehow, like, for me, Hitman 2 looked phenomenal. I love the way Hitman 2 looked. But Hitman 3 somehow tops it. It just looks so damn gorgeous. And the cutscenes look really good, and the locations are so gorgeous. They even nailed to capture England. Like, there is a level, which, by the way, the England level, which I won't show because there's a lot of spoilers in the England level, is so beautiful. I just love the England level. It looks so gorgeous, and what they managed to do with that level is so good. And I've seen many Hitman fans consider that level to be the best Hitman level in any Hitman game in the franchise, and I can see why, and honestly, it's starting to become my favorite as well. It's so gorgeous, and so beautiful. The graphics are a sight to behold, and honestly, I have to give the graphics a 10. It looks so good. What about the mission structure, the contracts you take? Well, this is where things get kind of interesting. So, Hitman 3 is the same as Hitman 1 and 2. You get a contract, you go, take them out in any way you can. The whole point of this game is experimentation. Take out the contract how you want, when you want, with no restrictions. However, in the England level, which I will say what you can do, but I won't spoil anything. This is where it takes a major left turn. You can actually solve a murder in the England level in Hitman 3. You can be a detective. Detective 47. You can be. And it's so fun. You don't even have to kill anyone. You can just solve the case and leave. They really went for a really experimental mission variety in the England level. And I really hope if they do DLC levels, they actually build upon that. Do more missions like this, because that was the most fun I had in any Hitman game, was just solving a murder as Agent 47. It was so much fun. And keep in mind, this is in the base game. All the locations in this game are awesome. And the mission structure lends well to the huge maps they provide. Not to mention, the replayability in the game is off the charts. There's like, one map has like 60 challenges you can complete. 60. That's a fucking lot, dude. For a $60 game, that's $1 per challenge. Think about that. That's $1 per challenge. The mission structure is very well done, and I must give kudos again to IO. There's not really any flaws to the mission structure. It's all really well laid out, and I have to give that a 10 as well. It's perfectly laid out. What about the maps? I just showed you one of the maps, which is Dubai. You guys can already tell it's a 10. Every single map to me in this game, including Germany, is fucking great. Germany, you explored this abandoned nuclear power plant. In England, as I said, you explored this old-style manor, solving a murder. And in Dubai, you're on the world's tallest skyscraper. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I want to keep the other levels just a nice, pleasant surprise for you guys. But those 3 levels itself are so fucking expertly crafted. And I feel right at home as a Hitman fan playing those levels. I thought Hitman 2 was the pinnacle of Hitman levels at base day launch. Hitman 3 topped it. And it shows how much they wanted to give the fans a nice conclusion to the trilogy. With the most probably open maps in the Hitman franchise. And you gotta give kudos to them again. Not to mention, as I said, you get the Hitman 1 and 2 maps included in the package. So you have other maps to go to. And it's just a nice package if you own Hitman 1 and 2. It's just a nice package. Oh, man. Okay. Maps are easily a 10, as you can tell. The maps are really well done, huge and open. But what about performance? Now, I'm playing this on a base Xbox One S. I don't have the X, I don't have the next-gen console. This is the One S I'm playing it on. And surprisingly, no crashes, no bugs, no glitches. It's almost like a AAA game can launch without issues. Take note, CD Projekt Red, this is how it's done. This game runs at a stable frame rate. Even walking through huge crowds, the game runs at a very stable frame rate. The performance of the game is superb. It feels like it's already been updated several times. It feels like a game that came out a year later with all the patches and updates. That's how fucking good it is. How does a smaller studio like IO Interactive get this right, but CD Projekt Red can't with Cyberpunk 2077? I will never know. It really upsets me too. But the performance is great. There's no bugs, no crashes, no issues with my copy. The only issue I have is with the one con, which I will get into. However, performance is a nice 10 out of 10. Is there any cons with the game? Yeah, I just said there's one. Just like with Hitman 1 and 2, there's the always online servers. Now, while you're playing a mission, the servers can disconnect. All you have to do is click retry, and a few seconds later, it will just come back online. So hopefully, with a few updates, they will fix that, fix their servers. But other than that, it's never really gotten in my way. And it never really took me out of the experience. So overall, how do I feel about Hitman 3? This game starts off 2021 with a huge bang. With pro-consumer moves of owning their previous 2 games, you get all their levels for free, to how gorgeous the game looks on base consoles and how well it runs and how there's no glitches, no bugs, for me at least, and no crashes, make this a great gaming experience. If you want to get into Hitman, buy Hitman 3. You will have an absolute blast with the game. I had fun with it. I'm going to continue playing this game for years to come until IO Interactive's new project they're doing, James Bond, comes out later on down the road. This was a pleasant surprise, and I'm happy to report that this game gets a 10 out of 10 from me. A high 10 out of 10. It's worth a purchase, worth every bit of that $60. I'm glad I spent $80 for the deluxe edition, but it's worth every bit of $60. With the 2 clips I just showed, maybe you'll get, well, the one gameplay clip I showed of Dubai, maybe that will convince you right there. That convinced me seeing it in trailers. But if you enjoyed Hitman 1 and Hitman 2, this is definitely a worthwhile experience. I am Celtic Reviews. Thank you for watching my review of Hitman 3.